Maybe we should stop eating.
Why?
Because we're recording.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Picture it, pink pants and a floral shirt.
Shall we begin?
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, guys. It's your boy, Ramont.
And this is Reese.
And what are we doing, friend?
We're sitting here having conversation amongst ourselves while you fucking record us.
Sue me, bitch.
Listen. We're coming to you live from an undisclosed location. A new undisclosed location.
This is a new one.
But I feel like we're going to keep this one. I think I'm going to be back. I already told the owner that, they're barbecuing across the way. I think I told the owner that we might rent this space out
As our studio?
as our studio.
Okay.
Like right here, right? It's cute.
It is cute.
It's not, it's your favorite color.
It is.
We here.
All
So
right.
this is where we are.
Now that Reese is done, on a more serious note, we have special guests with us today for our topic.
Yes.
Are you excited?
I am. This is a good conversation, y'all. So look, if you're just tuning in, stay tuned. You know what?
What?
I thought about that. And that's okay. So when people say, because I've heard other podcasts, they be like, if you're just tuning in, who jumps into a podcast in the middle?
Some people do.
Do they?
Yes. Some people
Okay.
do.
All right. So if you're just tuning in, I just was like, what? I guess because I listened to it from the beginning to the end.
But you have to think about, like, if I send you an episode of someone else's podcast, you're just going to listen to that particular episode. You're not going to say, oh, Ramont, let me go to the beginning and then catch up to what you just sent me. No, you're going to listen to what I just sent you.
I would listen to it, but then I probably would go back. But I get what you're saying.
That's why.
Okay.
That's why.
So I guess it makes sense. It didn't make sense to me.
So if you just tuned, so what are we supposed to say after that? You know, we're going to talk about this off air because we're going to just go on and on. It's going to become a whole
It'll be a
business
whole conversation about...
Yeah. Anywho.
We're here.
But if you just tuning in, go back and listen to all the other episodes. There we go.
There
Easy
you
enough. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves to the people?
Hey people, I'm O. Hi everyone, I'm Jay.
Welcome to a little R&R.
A little R&R. So, today's topic, we're talking about open relationships. Yes, we're going to put you on staff too. So we're talking about open relationships and just, it's not even a one question, I guess, it's just a conversation about these open relationships. And O and J are in an open relationship, so we were just, me and O were having a conversation just in general, and when I realized that he was in an open relationship, I was like, this would be dope. And then I talked to Ramont, and Ramont was like, I'm open to it. And then we got over here, and Jay was like, I'm tired. I'm really not here for it, but I'm going to do it. No, I'm just joking. I'm just on board. No, so they opened their
doors.
Opened their doors and their relationship to the conversation.
Yeah.
So we is gonna have the conversation.
Yeah.
So
and thank you guys for doing it.
Definitely, we definitely appreciate it.
Some people wouldn't have done it or at all.
Yeah, because I think it is one of those things that anything in life you have people that are gonna judge. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Regardless of what you do.
Yeah, your decisions about whatever. So, being that you're in this open relationship and comfortable in it and comfortable enough to talk about it, we definitely appreciate that. And
Hats
then
off.
I think that it also gives us an opportunity. Well, me, I can speak for myself, because I think I was pretty much closed off from it. Like the idea of it was just like, it wasn't attractive to me.
Right.
But when we talked, me and O, when we talked, it was like, okay, I can see this and I can see that. Okay, so then we stopped the conversation in order to have this conversation. So we have some questions and things like that. But like I said, more or less, it's going to be an open round robin, I guess, conversation. But I do want to know, how long have you guys known each other? And then how long have you guys been together?
We've known each other since November of 2019. December.
Okay. Someone always messes up the date. Don't feel someone always messes up the date.
I don't feel bad about it.
He was ready in October and you just didn't find him until December.
Well, the message, I guess, was sitting in my DM since November. And then...
oh, no, that's rude.
Wow.
Paid dust.
Wow. But you're here now.
You're here now. But yeah, we know each other, well, in December, yes.
Of 2019.
2019, yes.
Okay.
And then you guys decided to...
When did you make it a relationship? When did you make it official?
I would say around this year, actually.
April, May-ish.
Okay, so fairly new. Fairly new as far
Fairly
as the
Right.
solidified, this is what we're doing.
Right.
Okay.
Was the quarantine why y'all made it official?
Because that is creating a whole lot of relationships.
I mean, it wasn't a reason, but it played a factor.
Made a health benefit.
Right.
Right.
And I'm here for it because, like I said on I can't remember what episode it was, and I was like, this quarantine has allowed us to actually sit down, have conversations, talk about stuff that normally, like, we're too busy, like, we're just passing each other and we just sit and talk in general, but now we've actually had the time to sit and talk and, like, you know,
really get into.
get into stuff.
And the crazy thing about that, like, now people gotta sit and talk. It has broken up marriages.
Right.
Marriages,
And
relationships,
friendships.
friendships. It
Entanglement.
has. Come on, entanglement.
It has,
Yeah.
it has brought them to surface and created all kinds of, I won't say tension, but yeah. I mean, it's a defining moment, I think, where whatever you're open to is what you're going to reap. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be in a relationship, not even necessarily if you want to really get to know someone, this is the time.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
if you don't really,
Was the time, because now people are just back out doing what they want.
right. But then some people have been were so busy prior to, and now they're really sitting down and saying, "Wow, I thought I knew you," and that's why those separations are happening. So it's a
Absolutely.
time. So
And sorry, friend, just to back up a little bit to where you were in the beginning. You stated like what your questions would be or what your point of view was for them. Mine is I'm more of an open-minded person than what Reese is. Reese is old-fashioned. So
I think that was a whole read, like old-fashioned or just
Take it for how you want. I'm more so like intrigued as far as the ins and outs of it than anything versus like the heavy hitting questions and everything like that. Because at the end of the day, like someone else's relationship isn't going to define mine. Right. So I'm all for like how you guys make it work, what you do, and everything like that. Because if it works for you, it works for you. Who am I to judge? Like you know what am I going to say?
Right.
That's for you. Love you guys all the same. Right?
And I feel the same way. I think that, again, for me, it's being single and the way things are now, it's so different. So it's like, okay, is this the new normal? Like, polygamy is a thing. Open relationships are
You
a
and
thing.
a whole polygamous.
Listen,
Y'all already know I
it.
can't talk. I be trying to pronounce my big words.
I get it, though. Like, that's a whole other-
you are in one.
I am, but I'm in
You
several.
got no friend.
I'm in 3 different ones.
Yeah, so
About to be 4.
So you're polygamous.
I'm for it.
Reese got all these relationships.
Sure do.
But just like Reese, a couple years ago, I was in the same mental space where I would, if you come to me and talk about open relationship, I'd be like, hell no. Mm-hmm. But I was in a relationship and it was open, but I didn't know it was open.
We're going to get there.
Oh,
So
We are going to get there.
So I was so in love with that person where a good friend of mine was in an open relationship, and I was against it, but I supported
as a friend.
as a friend. And then when I was in my relationship at the time, I was like going through what I was going through. I was like, maybe if I introduced this to and the person was like, no, we broke up, and I met a few couples, gay and straight, and I saw how happy they were, and I asked them, I was like, what's the secret to your happiness? And they told me, they were like, you really want to know? And I was like, yeah. And they told me, like, well, we started off in an open relationship and stuff like that. So that right there actually sparked me to start doing research on open relationships.
Come on, research.
You better.
Yeah, I did. And I learned a lot, and sat down with a few people. Like the eldest couple was 86 years old. They were married for 52 years.
What?
And
So
I
who
met
do
them
you
at
know that it's 86, friend?
Right. So I met them at a wedding, and they were just like Google Gagaing over each other, and I was like, damn, I was like,
Still in love that
right.
old.
So I was like, what's the secret? And it took them a while for them to tell me. At first, the guy was like, it's a lot of yes, dear.
Yes.
Right. And then they got serious, and then they told me that like earlier on in their marriage they had an open relationship or open marriage and stuff like that. Now they're older, obviously, they cut it off, and
Yeah.
But it was just like it was a sight to see how these 86-year-olds cuddling and kissing and all that stuff at the table. Like everybody else is sitting there and they're just all with each other.
I love love.
Yeah.
I love love.
Jay, what's your story? You ain't got no story. I know, right? You gotta come behind that.
I have a question before we jump over. So, with that story, like, when you guys got together, did someone bring it to the table? Like, did you because of the stories that you had heard and the research that you had done, was that for this relationship or was that just in general because you had been hearing?
It was just in general.
Okay.
When we met and then we started talking and then we stopped talking and then we started talking again. And
I remember.
But this person's like, I told him I don't know how he wiggles his way through the bars.
Talking about Jay?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's be clear. I don't wiggle nowhere. I bust through.
Oh.
Come on.
I came in like a baby.
Wrecking ball.
I don't know her.
But I mean, I fell in love with him, and I know the time like I wasn't ready, 100% ready to like give my all, and I couldn't let this person go. So I did bring up the idea of like.
So you brought it to the table.
Yeah.
You put it on the table.
Because I was not here for it.
He was not.
Yeah.
So what was? Can I interrupt you?
Oh yeah.
What was your response to him bringing it to the table?
We can talk about that later.
Okay. It'll come up.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
No.
In his word, he said, "This nigga just want to have his cake and eat it."
Oh, that was your response.
Like, am I not good enough?
Because it's so
Right,
yeah,
'cause
like
you
I feel
just-
like it's so new. Like
Right.
Yeah.
So, and this is my first one too. So I'm like, okay, nigga, you trying it?
Yeah, I can see that.
I was like, you know what? But it's 2020. I've learned a lot of things over the last 2 years as I'm becoming older too and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? At this point in my life, I'm just like, let's just try it. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, it's no harm in trying something.
Right.
so what is the defining like what happens when or who okay.
Before you can, so it's new for the both of you guys. This is both of you guys' first time around.
is. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Learn and grow together.
And I'm here for that. And I appreciate the let's try it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I appreciate the let's try it. So then what was the conversation like that will determine if and when it ends? Like when does it go from open to closed? Like is there if this happens or if that happens or is it just it's on the table and when we feel differently?
For me, I feel like we do have rules.
Yes, and I've heard that.
If I find out those rules have been broken, it's done for me.
Yeah.
I'm out the door one time and that's it.
I've heard that. Like people set those clear defined rules, and this is it. Now, now you're saying if a rule is broken, of course you're out the door. If it ever gets I don't want to say if it ever gets, but if one rule wants to be challenged per se, like let's alter this rule or let's remove this rule, like what do I'm gonna say we because we in this together. So what do
What do we do?
what do we do in that instance? Where if it's I mean I want to use something blanket.
For instance, we were having a threesome and he wanted to break one of the rules and he asked my permission and I said sure.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
In the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the moment? Oh, no, that is rude. No, wait a minute.
But it wasn't that was like really dark. It wasn't.
No.
Right. It really
You
wasn't
can't do
dark.
it in the moment.
But like I feel so I'm thinking
That's like, friend, take this exit and you just passed it. No,
Yeah, I think that's one. I mean, at the moment,
Right.
it kind of did show submissiveness towards him, and still like him understanding and showing like I'm still like following your rules. Like, let me get permission, stuff like this. So I guess that kind of actually turned him on even more. So I was like, okay,
Okay.
I want to dig into that, but I feel like I'm being like okay, so I don't know.
I like it now. Never mind.
If you guys are not
y'all can do it
comfortable
more
answering
often.
this, if you're not comfortable, that's cool. I understand that. But okay, because when I think about a relationship, for me, a monogamous relationship, I'm with Jay.
Right.
If there is a rule broken, I'm out.
Right.
So if you whatever it is.
But he acts like it's like don't drink from my cup.
Right.
Right.
So what I'm saying is my question is
That's the one thing.
what are these rules? Like not
No.
like let's talk about the rules. Like what would be
If
in
y'all
general?
don't mind, yeah.
Yeah, if you, I mean, you can talk about
or
yours
y'all can give
or
us
just
like
in
2 or
general.
3.
We're not gonna discuss all the rules.
Right.
We're gonna tell our
But
rules, but there's a lot of rules out there where,
It,
like
it
for one
depends on
couple,
your relationship.
Yeah.
It's-
Okay.
it's
Of course.
geared- yeah.
What you like and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know what one of our rules is that I don't mind discussing is if we do have sex outside of the relationship, like one-on-one, we're not allowed to sleep with that person. Like
Right.
it's after the session is over.
Oh, it's just a
Right.
physical
Package
thing.
shouldn't go.
Okay. I'm here for that. I am here for that.
Even if we're together too, there's no sleepover. You come into the bedroom and you leave the bed right after.
Okay.
Oh.
And then we're cuddling each other and going to bed. Right.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know if I would want nobody to. I'm thinking. Like, I'm with that too. I like that rule.
We've had an instance where
I like that rule being
The
single,
fact that he has
bitch.
put himself into this.
Well, I'm thinking about it single. Like, I feel like if we hooking up, like, there's some people I don't want to lay up with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to go. Like, thank you and good night.
we've had an instance where somebody was trying to sleep.
They always try to stay the night. That's even. But that's even speaking from like single one-on-one situation. Someone's always trying to stay the night. They always think they can stay the night. No, if I didn't say that, come over and stay the night.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
like what time of morning it is. You gotta go.
Like last night, for instance, someone was here, been in. I guess they got on the floor, and then she started to go to sleep. So I was like, yeah.
Did they make themselves a pallet on the floor?
Well, kind of knocked the pillows off the bed, so they actually slept. So I had to go over there. I was like, yeah. I mean, I invited them over. I was like, yeah, you gotta go. Sorry, I can walk you to the door.
Yeah. I like that's you guess.
I'm a different kind of bitch.
You is not putting me out. Well,
I'm a different kind of bitch.
I am gonna grab my things and go anyway. So,
I'm dressed before you even come back from the bathroom.
thank you.
I'm
And
good.
if it's
Yeah.
right,
Like, can you walk me to the door?
Yeah.
And most people are like, oh, I thought you was gonna say no.
no,
No,
gotta go home.
I
I
gotta
got shit to
go.
do in the morning.
Right.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I agree.
And I kick you out because I gotta get up and go to the gym. And I used to like, I gotta get up.
I don't have to give you a reason. It's what round 2? What are we doing?
I get up at 5 a.m. Sorry, you gotta go.
You want a bottle of what? No, I got one in the car.
Wow.
Yeah. Hello, yes.
Right. And if you took Uber here, you can wait for it outside.
Right.
I already stopped at 7-Eleven, got my snacks.
So I have a question because
But that ride home be bitch. I've been fucking with you here. You be thinking about shit.
if you got put out?
No, just in general. You ride home, you put on your favorite little songs, you just be riding.
I go home, right? Look, hop in the shower and go right to sleep.
You
Wait,
gotta
you listen to
drive-
music on the way home?
You gotta listen to
I
music.
was
on the
like,
way
I
home.
listen to music on the way home.
Yeah, you gotta listen. But what song come on hit a little different sometimes?
Sometimes it do. Sometimes it do. You be like, wait a minute. You could be contemplating your whole life.
Your whole life. You like, damn, I just did that and I left and I'm going home singing. Child, back.
Yeah.
Don't put on no Fantasia, child. Anyway.
Fantasia or Jasmine.
Okay, yes.
So I don't want to. Okay, so you guys are open to the threesomes,
Right.
And then there's one-on-one. So when you have a one-on-one,
Right.
is it like okay? So me and Ramont in a relationship, and we are in an open relationship, and Ramont decides that he's gonna dip out and go do what he do with Bob. Is Ramont telling me that he's gonna go do this with Bob, or am I finding out after the fact, or?
It depends.
It depends. Sometimes we don't discuss it. Sometimes we do, or whatever the case may be.
So if Jay came and was just like, say it's Tuesday, y'all done talk back and forth because you're at work, he's at work, whatever, and then that evening y'all get home and Jay is like, yo, I had some good ass at lunch or whatever, good dick at lunch. That's like, is there a discussion? Do you guys?
I'll ask how it was.
Oh, okay. So
I'm
you
intrigued.
So because so the way that it is like I feel like it's like a friendship inside of a relationship.
It is, but that's what it's supposed to be.
It is.
You're supposed to marry your best friend.
You're supposed. Well, I have an opinion about that, but
Yeah, because apparently Reese won't date me.
No.
And I feel I'm quite offended.
he is not offended.
I am offended.
He is not offended.
I am
like,
offended.
I just feel like, so for me, and we can talk about this. For me, I feel like if a friendship is established, I'm not crossing back over to a potential physical or, well, sexual relationship. I'm not interested in that. If a friendship has been established. Now, like a genuine friendship.
Right.
Now, if we just cool, and then an opportunity presents itself and both of us are with it, okay, and then we'll just deal with what happens after. But, like, if we're friends, no thank you.
Okay,
Because-
so Reese just lied to y'all. Anyways, because that's not how the conversation went. Reese said that it was a guy that wanted to talk to him or whatever the case may be, but the guy was 32. He said he's too young for me. I wouldn't date him. And I was like, well, friend, I'm 33. You wouldn't date me? He's like, no, you're my friend. I'm just like, but I'm 33. You wouldn't date me? No. Like, that is...
Because
Reese
we're
wouldn't-
friends.
Reese wouldn't date me. That's all I heard.
Because we're friends. Like,
is
okay, moving right along.
Frank, he know all your secrets.
Maybe that's part of it too.
So, you got... I love the fact that you guys talk. And one word that is always brought up when you talk about relationships, longevity, is communication.
Absolutely.
And the fact that you guys talk about any one-on-one sessions that you had, either it can be intriguing, turn you on, which I've heard is from many stories as well. Like when they're hearing their partner talk about what the other person did or what they did. Are there any rules as far as when for sexual standpoint, when it happens? Like, is this vacation, when we're home type of situation, or no? Oh.
What? I don't want to say no.
Like, is it better on vacation than it is at home?
It's better on
I feel like it's easier.
I think sex on vacation is better in
Actually,
general.
it's way better on vacation. Way better. Because you're going to a whole different place.
Right.
Nobody knows you there, so and then 9 times out of 10 they're more with the shits anyway. So
And it's
like,
just what it is.
like this is new. Why not?
Right.
When you're home, you're just like, you don't want to mess with
The locals.
The local, messy ass locals. So.
Yeah.
Welcome
Talk
to the
about it.
DMV.
I'm probably far away from the mic. I apologize, guys.
Yeah.
Because I'm just up here giving commentary.
But I feel like most of the times our one-on-ones happen when we're away from each other.
Just like we
Makes
had
sense.
a gathering and we were somehow 20 Dirty Hearts or something like that.
Oh, I've heard of that.
And they were going in on Jay.
Oh, we got a fight?
No, they were going on me. Well, asking questions, and they were looking at his facial reaction.
We got a
and-
fight?
No. They were
Okay.
gonna fight.
Jay fights.
You
I
fight?
don't know if I've ever told you the story.
Oh
but
Lord Jesus. Not anymore. I've learned my lesson.
we will talk offline,
Okay.
baby. Because
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carry on. Go ahead.
But,
So they were playing
yeah,
Dirty
so
Hearts
the-
and they were looking at his reaction.
And asking me questions and like
Oh, they messy as hell.
Oh, they were messy as
Yeah.
hell.
Oh yeah,
But it was like-
the follow-up questions was.
It was
that.
like
But
everything that they asked, he already knew. Like, because we talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? So it was like
love
nothing was
that.
phasing him.
Right.
And he was
And
looking
shouldn't
at
have.
he was looking at them like, y'all got anything better to ask? Because,
Right.
like,
My thing with that is if the room knows that we are in an open relationship or whatever the case.
Well, the room didn't know.
The room did
did
not.
not know.
But they just wanted to dig in general just to see if they could.
There's like
but
first
They
time
set their eyes in on O
Right.
and decided that they was finna try to get as much, because you know how that's, well, I don't know if you know, but Dirty Hearts to me, typically it's a group of friends and then there's a couple newcomers.
Yes.
And I'm assuming, I wasn't there, I don't think I was there.
No.
But, yeah. But I feel like O is probably the newcomer. And so they were trying to figure out what. So, like me and you, if we're both single, you know, if I ask this question, we think alike.
Yeah.
We're friends. So you're going to be like, okay, if I say, well, are you into threesomes? Your follow-up is going to be, well, when was the last time? Or, you know what I'm saying? So we're trying to get to how far can we go with him?
Yeah,
but
but
if
the
you
fact that
came
they're
in with
looking- your
him,
man, right. They're gonna look at
they're
him.
probably like, okay,
Yeah,
let's
but
see
then
how he reacts.
again, that becomes like the whole
crazy
messy
thing
situation
was,
because they were like, "Oh, bitch, did you see his face when I said this, and that?"
And the crazy thing was, it was my friends.
Oh,
yeah, it was his
Shot-
friend.
right.
So it was like me being introduced to the friend as
Right.
the boo. Like, there's a lot of people
That
showing
was
up.
his
Oh, this
first
my
time.
boo, this my boo, this my boo, and then everybody was just like, oh, like your boo. Like, cause it was even one nigga that was there that had a thing, and then they asked the question. They was like, oh, so when was the last time you had sex with him? And then he told them, and then I was like, okay.
I wasn't there for it.
I was like, okay. And then they was asking me, they was like, oh, when was the last time you had sex without him? And I was like, 2 weeks ago. And I was like, and it was like, oh, well.
So then, was that the...
And they were looking at both of us like, oh, so did you know this? Like, yeah.
But if he said it, you would think, I mean, to me...
Yeah, like I'm not going to speak this in a public forum and my partner
If you don't know, right. Duh. Completely. Like that,
But,
yeah.
but then again, our conversation was, we talked. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
was there. So it wasn't nothing like I had to hide anything. So it could have been the first time he heard about it, but it would have been nothing that he would have gotten mad about.
And I feel like one thing with the openness too is like we're really, really honest. Like we don't hide nothing at all.
That's
You know what I'm
good.
saying? It was a
That's
breath
good.
of fresh air from my previous relationship. You know, it's like, what's next? What am I going to find out next? You know what I'm saying? And it's
That's how
just
you felt
like-
in your last relationship.
Yes. Yes.
So with this one, it's
With
like
this one,
everything is
it's
on the
like,
table.
Yeah, I trust him 100%. Like, you know.
That's good.
Yeah.
And-
And just the other day too, like I was calling him and he didn't answer the phone. And you know, like outside entity probably was like, oh, he probably fucking. Back then, a couple years ago, it would have probably bothered me. It was like, is this nigga really cheating on me or something like that? I'd be calling on the phone. But like, I'm like, okay, well, I hope he gets it real good. You know.
Okay. So is this you were in the mindset of he'll get back when he's
Yeah.
not busy,
Exactly.
whether it's with someone else or
doing
with work
not,
or whatever.
Right. He'll gonna call
Okay.
me right back.
Well, I mean, because then I
Which
think
he
because
did.
you guys have that openness that you guys talk about everything, there wouldn't be a reason to think that there was anything else going on.
Yeah, I feel like our communication is very good. I also noticed that too in me growing and learning. I'm a person to fight. Last relationship, baby, you act like you can't hear me, you gonna feel me. So I can't stand that. So, but now, but I feel like with us, we don't argue about anything.
No.
We discuss it.
Yeah.
Like if I feel a certain type of way, I'm talking to you on this level, just so you can get.
And the
that
crazy
understanding.
thing is, we're both Libras.
Oh,
So
I love y'all then.
we get down when when we get that calm before the storm, our voice go really low, and people be thinking that it's nonchalant. No,
He
that's
does
the
that.
calm before the storm.
Really?
Uh-huh. You think he's stern when you just hear him in the background.
Yeah.
It's different.
Like,
Prior to this relationship, Jay, was there like turmoil within any other previous relationships that would have gave you pause when he presented that, let's try open relationship itself? Like any baggage or PTSD? What? That is a trauma.
whole diagnosis of PTSD.
Bitch, a past relationship will fuck you up because your mind will start to wonder because of what that.
it took me 5 years before I started dating again.
See, this took my friend a whole 5 years.
5 years.
I mean, yeah, I think surprisingly the same for me. Like my last relationship was in 2015, so I was like, okay, but with that relationship, it was just the beginning. I ain't no shit. I was just young, dumb.
Weren't we all?
So my question is going back. So, when you presented it, had it not been received, what would have been your next move?
Well, I did tell him that if this is not what he really wants, then we could be friends.
So you were dead set. This is what you wanted to do.
Yeah. My last relationship, I had a lot of conversation with God. I had to find myself again. I'm telling you, I have to find myself again. And one of the vows I made to God is like, if I'm not happy, I'm not gonna be able to make anybody else happy. So.
Okay. So was the introduction of open that was what you wanted based on your research and everything? You said this is what I want.
Right.
So if he wasn't okay with it, Did you present that when you presented it? Like, did you say, hey, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I want to do, and if you're not with it, or did you say, hey, this is what I want, what do you think?
So this is what I can offer. This is what I want. This is all I can offer right now. So,
Okay.
Like, you know.
Did you allow him to do the research that you did, or provide him with the resources that you had?
I did not, but I think he made his decision right then and there.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
It took me a
He
minute.
didn't.
I was like, yeah, I was not here for it in the beginning. I was
Okay.
just like,
But how long did you, take to respond?
It took me a couple months. Because in my head, I was just like,
so you were processing while still
Right.
dating.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I think that's fair. I think that's.
And that was before we made it official too. So
So you guys were still in the dating
Right.
stage.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense because I feel like that is heavy. Like if
Yeah,
if somebody gave me that,
Yes.
and I'm receiving it as an ultimatum. Maybe not how you presented it. But if somebody said to me that that's what I would be like, okay, well, go on about your business because what you're not going to do is put me in a tough spot to make a decision right now. Like
But-
I need to be able to think about it, which I think that Jace basically did.
He did think about it, but coming from old standpoint, like it wasn't so much a tough spot. It's basic. He's being open and honest. Like, this is who I am. This is what I want. This is
Right.
what I look forward to and expect. Now, if you took you took it as like an ultimatum because it's out of the norm. It's not what you expect. It's not what you wanted to hear.
Right.
Versus like receiving what, exactly what he's saying to you and then process like, is this the person I want to be with? Like, is this something I'm willing to do? Now, and of course, if you could be honest, like, I'm not willing to do that. I'm not there per se. Or
Well,
that's
maybe
just
the
not
way
me.
I just worded it made you think that it's not.
No, I'm not saying that I thought
the way
that.
I presented to him was
I think it's
like
the personality.
right. It was like this is all I have to offer right now. This is what will work for me right now.
Okay.
In a relationship because and
No, I completely. I mean, I get it.
the thing for me too, like when he presented it to me, it was like, why do we have to start off? Why can't we just be one-on-one and then if we need to bring it in?
What was your response to
That was
that?
a big
Did you
thing
ask
for
that
me.
question?
Not re- I don't I didn't ask
Okay,
that
so you
question.
processed
But
everything
it was just
yourself.
like in my mind, like
Okay.
why do we have to start the relationship off open? Like we're just getting to know each other. There's nothing that we need to spice up. Like
Like, damn, we're just getting
Right.
started.
So-
Right.
It's always spicy in the beginning.
Right. Okay. That'd be the
But I guess it's better to get this out the way now.
Right. Because
Yeah,
then
then,
once it.
yeah.
So then the question becomes at what point or what scenario happens that says, okay, this is done? Like the outsiders.
Have y'all thought about that part?
Yeah. Has that been
Or-
a conversation?
it has been a conversation, but we really have not gone into detail about it
Okay.
or when it's gonna stop and nothing like that. So
Okay, that's fair.
we just
I get
know it will
That's fair.
stop.
it will, yeah, you know.
So I'm just so like I have.
So
questions.
okay, so what do you guys like with O doing his research and talking to these many couples? I mean, 86-year-old, my God, the things they saw.
And did.
Would you guys do like? And I'm just going off of things I've heard and things you read and everything like that. Like swinger parties. Like, would you consider yourself swingers?
Yes.
We got one yes.
Yes.
And a maybe.
We are.
So is it like? So I feel like there's groups for everything.
Oh, there are.
Is there a group for this?
Yes.
So is there a group? Look,
But I think I'm new to this, so it'll be like he's introducing me to everything. So and then no.
but you
shade,
just
like,
said last night you brought the piece.
because he introduced me. In
Oh,
the
okay.
beginning,
So now you
okay, now.
Now you know how to maneuver.
I just unlocked the door.
Don't challenge the Jay. Anyway, so like of course we know our straight counterparts have their sex clubs and at
Swinger parties and things like
swinger
that.
parties, right?
Club.
As
Clubs, right.
Right.
as gay men, they try to make it taboo if we do it. However, I know that we have our sex clubs, sex
Right.
parties, whatever the case may be. Would you guys do that as a couple, or are you more so reserved where I'd rather keep it like in this box as far as home vacation versus going to parties and clubs and everything like that?
I mean,
I feel like the club. I just feel like it's the single lifestyle, regardless of if it's regular or sex club. Like I'm only doing this when I'm saying I want to take my partner here type of situation.
I actually kind of like doing stuff with him.
You like what? I'm sorry.
Doing stuff
Yeah.
with him like that. So, you know, it's just like, I don't know, it's just the adrenaline, like, it just gets me there, and I just, like, it turns me on more. It's just like,
Right.
oh, shit, like, I'm doing this with my nigga. Like,
That's gotta be a good feeling, because I feel like if you already said, okay, this is who I want to be with, this is the person that I'm in a relationship with, I care about them, love them, whatever. Yeah, like, because I feel like there is an excitement. So there's an excitement element to, in my opinion, there's an excitement element to new sex. Like,
absolutely.
Not out here busting it wide open, popping it like, I'm not doing all of that for just everybody. But when it's a new piece, it's like, right, you know what I'm saying? So I'm with it. I get it. So there are groups. So like,
do you have a text group, a group me, WhatsApp? Like, I'm just joking.
Well,
no, I'm serious. I want to know.
Is there a
like,
Facebook group?
for me, I don't have any of that. Like I said, like, I mean, yes, I have done a lot of shit in my life.
Right.
But, like, me doing it with my partner now, it's, like, different. So, it's like, he would be more the person to be, like, bring it to the table and be like, what do you think about this? And I'll be like, okay.
There are groups, but I'm not a part of them. Or we're not a part of them.
Oh, like I know, I think it's Jamaica, Montego Bay. I think it's in Jamaica, but I think it's only for the straight counterparts. Like they have this. It's I want to say it's a part of Jamaica, maybe a little resort island, whatever it may be.
Who?
Yes.
Hedonism.
Yeah. There you go.
Hedonism.
And you can walk around naked. People just have sex openly out, but it's for straight. I mean, there are certain areas where it says like no sex here, this that, and the third.
Wait,
but other than
hedonism is a place or a thing?
It's a resort.
it's a resort, and
Jamaica.
you can go there
It's
and just
au natural.
yeah.
Oh.
I actually been to one of their parties, and they gave.
Do you have to be nude?
You don't
No,
have
you don't
to.
have to be.
Oh.
But there's a nude section of the resort.
But if you
where
saw someone and they
Yeah.
looked at you and you looked
Yeah.
at them
And I said, what's up?
and y'all just buy a tree,
So they
what's
gave,
up?
I went to
Me
a
too.
You're not straight.
Oh.
Look, both of them. I want to go. You're not straight. Oh.
they have gay parties or
They do?
events there.
I didn't
Yes,
think
they
because
do.
of it
They do.
being in
Oh.
Jamaica, like
Boy.
I didn't know like gay culture there, like how it would be accepted.
Trust
so
me,
that's
you
why.
need to visit now.
Ooh, Chile. Okay.
I
We're
did-
going.
Okay, listen. I am down for the get down.
We are in a whole pandemic. Y'all not going nowhere.
Well, next year. We'll talk about
This too shall pass.
future plans.
I did go to a nut and bolt party at Hedonism. before.
Nut and bolt.
Yeah, so they gave the female the bolts and the male the screw, and they walk around and they ask me, hey, you want a screw? And whichever one fit, you could go off and go fuck.
Wait,
that
if
is
they
so cute.
fit, what
I
if
think
they
it's-
don't fit?
If it don't fit, then you don't screw.
How come? That doesn't make sense. Why? What makes it fit and what? See, we're getting too deep in that. Like, that's not.
Now
your
you got to
story.
email Hinduism to find out.
Yeah, because I want to know, like, if it doesn't fit, but this is what I want to do.
Right.
The fuck?
Can I just do
Sure,
it?
that's what they do after.
Somebody give me the key that fits this.
Oh, is that like just a particular event for that
Yeah,
night?
it was an event
Oh,
for that
just
night.
an event for that night.
Yeah.
So just remember the person and just go back.
So you're saying, like, if I'm going through and I got
So there's
enough,
a-
But
and
if it don't screw,
feel
then
that
what you gotta do?
fit.
Put your number in the phone.
right.
Right.
So it's like, okay, if tonight is 80s night,
Right.
you can only fuck people in 80s attire. If a bitch come out here in 90s attire, you can't have sex with her.
Right.
You just get her
Exactly.
information and
But mind you, at the end of that
Girl.
event, I was walking back to my room, and there was people like on the side of the grass, like fucking. They was like, "You want to join?" I was like,
yeah, that's what they do for it.
Baby.
Since when did you become this open?
I think that this conversation,
It-
I be like, look,
I think you're
people
just
is
intrigued
finding
by-
love. I am very intrigued. I've been very intrigued by open relationships, and you know I'm into the poly thing. Like, I'm not into the poly thing, but I think it could be a thing. Because I feel like with me, maybe I'm not enough for one person. Maybe I need to be in a situation with two people. You know what I mean? I ain't saying,
Tell your
like,
poly story then.
about how they tried to invite me into it.
Tell your poly story.
I don't want to tell that.
"I want to hear the story."
Okay. So there's been a few. Okay, so
Now it's been a few
it's
wild
been a few
friends.
situations, but okay. So I had I'm gonna give it a short version.
The one that you told all of us that time.
I want to say this is the only one that I've probably
okay.
been open. So I was here a few years ago, and I was out at the fireplace. Met this person, and we had a really good conversation. The vibe was really good, and then we were communicating via text or whatever.
Right.
And so then finally it was like, okay, let's link up. And I was like, okay, let's hang out, cool, or whatever. And they was like, oh, by the way, I'm in a relationship. And I was like, wait, what does that mean?
I heard a lot about that.
And I was like, well, okay. Like, so in my head, mind you, listeners, I was in my 20s, like early 20s, mid-20s. So I was a little naive. And I was like, okay, So they was like, yeah, my partner's cool, whatever. My mom might be listening. Oh my God. So I went ahead and this situation happened. And then, so it happened, whatever. So I left the DMV area. I came back, and I get hit with this message like, "What's up? How you been?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm good." From the person that I met at the fireplace. And then they was like, "Yo, so we were, asking if I was in a relationship." I was like, "No, I'm single and everything." And they was like, "Okay, so we want to kind of bring you into this relationship." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So then my mind started. I was like, "Well, shit, like." It's a relationship. It's established. Like, I'm gonna walk into. So then I was like, well, what are the parameters? Like, what is the, what are the rules? Right. One of the rules was I can't do nothing outside of them, sir. Y'all got each other. Like, the fuck? Like, I can't do nothing. That ain't gonna work. Like, I felt like that was just.
Use a boy toy.
I felt like that was stifling. Like, how am I not allowed to do anything else? So I got it, but then I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not interested in that.
I could do the open, but I can't do that. Like,
that's a hard rule.
So I feel like I've come to the conclusion that if I was to do like a poly situation, it would need to be poly from beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like 1, 2, 3, we meet at the same time, and this is the direction that we go in. So we're all starting from level 1 because I feel like they've been established for X amount of years. There's always going to be that connection. Like even with you guys or with Ramont and D, like I couldn't come into that relationship or situation and feel like I was going to be given equal anything. Right. Because literally I am just in my head a piece. Yeah. And that's potentially okay. But but I need to be able to get a piece too.
He presented that to me in the beginning.
Oh, you thought about that?
What? Because it was somebody that he was talking to.
Wait, I was kidding.
Like, and that, I didn't know if it was a joke or what. So I was like, well,
it was serious.
We didn't have that conversation. I need a backstory after that.
Like, for me, I was like, well, in that case, if I want to be in a relationship with 2 people already, it's gonna be like a 3-way relationship. I need to be able to benefit from both of y'all. So when I'm running into some hard trouble, I need money from both of y'all. It's not just one. And it needs to be like equal from all around.
When we did start talking, I was already talking to somebody that was out of state.
He made a choice though.
Well, I was honest about it. I told him about it, but I did go into joke about the whole poly thing. I'm too like, Okay. I cannot do poly at all. Because at the end of the day, I'm just
not
like,
close to anything because I've been sitting on this single status for how long? I'm open, not completely, but
I want to take it back real quick. When Reese mentioned fireplace, and you was like, you hear this from a lot from people in the DMV as far as they drop the bomb after the fact. Right. It's okay, friend. It's okay, friend.
You know.
I know.
You fucking know.
Why in your opinion, with the research that you've done, the people that Jay may have talked to, why do you think like some people are like so ashamed? Like I love the fact that you guys talk about everything. You're open. You're honest. Like why do you think like people are like it? Like if this is what I do, this is who I am. I shouldn't be ashamed to say it to anyone that I'm meeting. Or
it's because of other people and how people
it's
judge.
Just society, how they
like they just judge. Everybody judge you, but then as you find out, they may be like, oh, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But then when you find out that I'm in an open relationship, just like you trying to fuck my nigga,
right?
Like, bitch, no.
Yeah, that is just true.
Like in the 90s,
then that made me want to fight you, bitch.
In the 90s, if you were like, for guys, they say like, they eat pussy or like girls suck dick. It's like, oh, you do that, you're nasty.
Was that in the 80s or the 70s?
Whatever it is.
Whatever year. At a point in time, it was a bad thing.
It was very taboo.
Right. It was very taboo. nowadays, even straight guys all talking about how eating ass and stuff like that, like
Or they get their ass ate.
or get their ass ate.
And a lot of straight men do it now.
Exactly.
A lot of straight men do it now.
Exactly.
I just be feeling like, can I just say this?
Janae yeah, she was like, eat the booty like groceries. Not everybody want to be like, bitch, that was
like
on
females
the gay scene first.
females get that ass ate too. Like it
was on the gay scene first, and then now the straight people want to adapt something else.
And with the
they adapt all our shit.
I'm like,
can I just say something? I feel like if a straight dude put, like, I just don't trust straight men in the cleanliness.
I mean, but I think that if you're into it, you know what to do. Like that's my thing. Like if you're,
I don't trust them.
Like it's straight men that like to get pegged by women. Yeah. Like if you're,
I don't trust them either. I don't trust that they are because
they're clean, baby.
Oh, you know
they clean.
Oh,
and
you know.
Oh, they clean.
And
what am I doing wrong in my life? Because y'all know
they're clean.
Because that's what you're into. You know what I mean? And you know.
No,
that,
I was being funny, but
it is weird when you find out. But I'm here for the sexual exploration part of your exploring your sexuality to no bounds, and you're trying to figure out what works for you. Right. Like I can't say I don't like something if I've never tried it. I mean, and of course I go there with food too.
Marriages and relationships fail because they enter into marriage and relationship and lie about what they're into, and then when they get into it, the marriage, now they're stepping out because they're not getting that.
Right.
Whatever that
you only,
right.
You only did this because you wanted to be with me, but now that you see that this is a part of me, you don't want to part.
Right. Okay.
Now, you need and like talking about sex is something like you have to do. Like this is what I do. This is what I do.
Finance and sex.
There you go.
Main 3 things in a relationship.
Y'all know me. It's hard.
Write that down, friend. Communication, finance, and sex. We're gonna put that in the description.
If one of those is off, they ain't gonna work.
Really?
Yeah.
If you can't, I'm going to be honest, like one of my insecurities is finance. And it has been like a hard conversation for us from time to time.
We're going to talk about that on another because we have we have an episode with that. Yeah, we talk.
You just sound too sure about it.
I'm sure. No, I want because it's a episode that's coming up. But yes.
Yeah, so like my past drama and past relationships has made finances a hard topic for me to discuss. I mean, I'm better now, but that has been like a hard conversation for us and things that we have to discuss.
Because like, if it's unbalanced, then you help the other grow. You know what I'm saying? Especially if that's somebody you want to be with.
I'm unbalanced.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, okay. But I think that's good.
I mean,
hate seeing money in her account.
What?
No.
Another topic for another time. That don't make no damn sense.
That's not true.
But he's doing better.
That's not true. The thing with me, I'm just the type of person like, because of course I've just bought the house. So thank God for the pandemic. I haven't been able to travel, so it's been giving me free money to buy furniture. So I've been using all my money to get my house to where I want it to.
So you're like it's there, let me spend it.
Right, let me go ahead and get this done out.
Gotcha. So, but it's your focus. There's a point of what you're not just wasting money.
I'm almost done. The house is almost fully done. And then after I finish with the house, I want to pay off my car within a year. So it's like I want to sacrifice $1,000 every month and just get it paid off. So for my 30th birthday, I can go big.
Oh, wow.
So, but
that's another topic.
For somebody else, they'll be like, "Oh, well, you just need to take your time and like this and stuff like this." But I don't like to owe things. I don't like to have a balance. It's just me.
Okay, that makes sense. I like that. I like that.
So I have a question.
Do you?
I do. I do. So has there been a situation, or if it was to come up, and well, I don't know if it's open. If it's to you.
Are you asking me?
No, I'm not. Oh. Well, I'm asking the table.
Okay.
So if you were in an open relationship and there's a situation where one says, "Hey, I'm gonna bring in Bob,"
okay,
and the other one's like, like, how do we resolve that?
That has happened.
What do you mean? How do we resolve? If I say no, no.
Right, it's a no.
How?
It's a hard no.
How is it a hard no?
The no is harder than the yes.
Wait, I feel like this though. So hear me out. If I say, if I'm scouting, right? If I'm scouting and I find Bob, and Bob is like, I'm looking at it from the perspective of what Bob can do for me to fulfill me and fulfill you. So say you like head, and I know that Bob is the best.
Oh, so this is a threesome, not a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I feel like if it's a one-on-one, you can't tell me no.
Right.
Like, this is...
Well,
I mean... Oh,
I was
okay.
about to say it's.
Let's come back to that. But so with this scenario, it's a three-way. Straightway. If I know that Bob is good at what you want and need, I'm looking out for the both of us.
But it may be a situation too where, but prior to the relationship, they may have had something or came into contact,
Or
with
he
God.
knows Bob from something else.
And
So
he just don't want to deal with it.
I think the no should just be respected.
In our relationship, the no's are respected.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They should.
It's-
I agree,
no-
but I feel like if, to me, maybe I'm wrong because I'm not
There's
there.
no going back and forth.
But I feel
Now,
like if you tell me no,
it could be a
I
no
need to
for
understand
the threesome, but it doesn't have to be a no. For
Like it,
right.
no, like.
but what if I want? What if I feel like Bob is going to give you
know.
your life and I just want to sit back and watch?
I don't know because if I say no to Bob, that's no to
Right.
threesome and that's no to one-on-one.
It is.
Like I don't want
You have to
that.
clarify
Right,
that.
I
You
don't
have
want
to
that.
clarify
I don't want Bob nowhere near.
I'm glad we had this conversation.
In that vicinity,
So
like
my
I
no
don't
gonna
want.
be no for threesome and one-on-one.
Like because like if I'm telling you no, of course there's going to be a clear reason behind the no itself, but I don't want Bob nowhere involved in what I got going on. That's how I'm looking at it. Like I don't want him I don't want him in between both of us, and I don't want you hanging out with Bob either.
Right.
Period.
Okay.
Because prior to a session, I don't know if there's, everyone's different. I don't know if we boom right to it or if there's conversation so we
I don't
can
wanna
like
talk.
loosen up a little bit.
Look, I didn't put myself in a relationship. I don't want to talk. We just doing it and let's move.
You know why you're here.
Yeah.
Remove your clothes.
Okay. So if
It would be
there's a no,
hard-
there's a no.
There's a no, there's a no.
There's a no, there's a no.
If there's a no to this person, then there's a no to this person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it now? I feel like Jay said, correct me if I'm wrong, that you're not dealing with any of O's previous pieces
Correct.
at all.
With the left.
No pieces and no friends.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Do your friends want? Like, I'm not asking
Well,
y'all, but
Listen, you'll be surprised.
You'll be surprised.
In the gay community.
Well, I mean, even with straight people, like I've heard of people like, oh, my homegirl want to get on, like she cool people,
They
like
want to
she
know
would it.
what is it that attracts you, or what is it that you're getting out of this? Like, why are you with him?
And then that would be something they would have to establish in the beginning. Like, are friends okay? Because if both of them had friends that were like into that type of thing, where their mind is not connected and they really don't give a fuck, then it'd be like cool. Like if you know what type of circle you hang out in, like they'd be like, oh yeah, because my homeboy so and so he good, he ain't gonna get fucked.
Just
He
like-
gonna come over here do it, boom, then we done.
Yep.
And it is what it is. But there can be some group of friends, and like you never know. Like it could be that friend that's attracted to you. Remember that episode? That friend that don't want you to get in another relationship. So you
because they
never.
want you.
When
Hello,
I see his
so-
friends on the app and I know he's his friend, I block them.
Period. Who?
Very well. I mean, okay.
So what apps do you guys use, if you use any?
Well, I only have Jag, so.
I have Jack and Grinder.
Are there any?
Grinder.
Are there any others? Like
So look.
even for like
Instagram.
IG is a whole move, let me tell you. But so
is it outlined in your profile that you're in an open relationship?
No.
No.
And that's another thing, too.
is that
I
a
think it's
surprise
one
element, bitch?
I think
I
it's-
walk in and boom, there's two.
of the- No, I think that was one of the questions actually you guys have, like, do we just tell everybody? I mean, in the beginning, I was, but then I was like, you know what? Because of the feedback and the reactions that I get from people, even my friends, it's just like, I'm not going to disclose it anymore.
I mean,
Like,
but
Nobody needs to know unless they
Like
coming into
one
the thing.
instance,
I feel
like-
like it's not your fucking business.
Like one instance,
Well,
we
go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
a little session, and I was like, okay, put on my clothes. And he was like, why you in a rush to go? Like, go so fast. I was like, I'm going home to my man. And he was like, oh, man, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Cause
like,
that is fucking
Egg.
okay. So I'm on the fence.
Okay.
I'm on the fence.
But low key, I think any person outside of a relationship that's fucking somebody that's in a relationship is turned on the fact that they're fucking someone outside of a relationship. You ever
Wait,
notice?
what?
If
Say
you,
that again.
if you lie and say that you're in a relationship, your stock will go up. More people will hit on
Is that
you.
what I gotta do?
It's exactly what you have to do.
Go to.
I think it's
Because if you start to
right
tell
now
people
on
that you're
Facebook
in a relationship, and then if you present it to like, oh, I can come over because my man at work, they will be fucking turned on.
Trust, it is.
And I don't.
One person
It's a
that
mental
I'm
thing. I don't
actually
know
dealing
why.
with, and he knows that I'm in an open relationship, but it's just like so like.
It's adrenaline.
He was
for
like,
them.
"Oh well, you tell him that it's gonna be you at my house every Thursday
See?
and stuff like this."
Yeah, like-
and to my son,
And I'm sitting here like,
right. I was like,
It's
right.
it's they get
But
that.
if I want you on Thursday, I got it.
But it's that whole I can take you from your man type
Right.
of like
Right.
energy that they're
Really?
getting.
Right, yeah.
Right. So friend, if you say you're in a relationship and you got and like your and
Update the status.
yeah, okay, trust me, friend.
Post a picture.
It was a whole meme like niggas fuck you better when they find out if they think that you're in a
It's
relationship.
like they're trying to prove something.
Yeah, they got a point to prove.
Because when I it was some guy that I was
So
dating
nobody's
in the
gonna know
past,
this
too.
until this
He
episode
actually
drops.
He actually came up to me and
So
he
maybe
was
you should
like, he said, I was like, well, you know, I'm in a relationship now. And then he was like, oh, are you happy?
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that question.
I asked that question.
I hate that question.
I asked that if we've been
That
fucking
question
around.
is-
Well,
The
if you're
thing was, I hated it coming from him because in the beginning I wanted to talk to you, but you didn't want to talk. You wasn't ready to be in a relationship, but then you got in a relationship, and then now your relationship is ended, and you found out that I'm in one. Now it's like, oh, does he make you happy?
No.
Yeah.
But I just hate the question in general, like like if they were open or not, and like in general, if I'm just talking to you one on one, you're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm in a relationship. I got, oh, are you happy? Like that question is so it's so rude. Not on Facebook, you ass.
Oh. Where am I supposed to put it?
No one's checking on Facebook for that
Oh
shit.
no, they do.
They do.
They do.
They do.
He ain't got no
They do.
lurkers on Facebook. Update your dating profile, friend.
Or post on your Instagram story, heart eyes, finally in love. Shit like that. Yeah.
You be shocked.
You gonna be shocked as far as who coming at you and who
And
gonna be
like
mad
your
as shit.
picture. Right. They're like, this person ain't like my picture since I don't know when, but now they want to like this.
Just
That's the
happened
hint.
last weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, friend, you didn't know that. You didn't know that, friend. You gotta tell them you're in a relationship.
I
That's
be
when
out here.
all the hoes come out.
Right.
Well,
Friend,
I, don't want no, I want to be.
You gonna have so many men, you ain't gonna know what to do with yourself.
Well, I'm gonna know.
But you gonna find a connection with one, and you just gotta make up a story how you and your boyfriend pissing you off, and you don't know how it's gonna go.
See, because okay, so I look at it from this perspective. If I meet you and you're in a situation, and our situation is just a physical thing, you can't come to me and be like, okay, I want to choose you over my sir. No, I'm good because I feel like
Everybody ain't set up like that.
yeah. I feel like you gon' I feel like if you decide that I'm it and you gonna leave who you're with.
Yeah, I mean, I agree
yeah.
with like don't make me an option. Yeah. Like if you got to choose between being another person, choose the other person.
Right,
like
always.
that's easy.
Right.
But friend, if you want to get action or meet some new people, just tell everybody you're in a relationship.
Boy, you ain't getting no action.
I didn't say that I'm not getting it.
Oh, I was about to say.
I just am very. You know me. You know me.
I do.
You know me. I honestly want the
He does.
quote unquote American dream. Like I don't need no white picket fence, but I want a home. But but see, this is opening my mind to the other possibilities.
The whole, what my grandmother told me, Cinderella's story is at Disneyland.
Barely.
That's the only place
Okay.
it is.
So okay, do y'all feel like it's cool to okay, the session has ended.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the end? Like, are y'all cool? Is it someone that
Is
you
there
would hang out with?
a little black book for thruples?
Like, can they come back?
If it was good, yeah, but
They
we
can
don't-
come back,
we
but
don't-
only for the purpose of.
Oh yes.
So there's
We
no
don't
like,
hang out.
let's go grab drinks.
Oh no.
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 Okay.
All right, so set the scene, right? we at the bar together.
Right.
So me and Reese dating. We're at the bar together, and we want to go pick up Jay. How we go? What we do? How do you
Is there a
let the
sign?
other like who goes in for the kill? Like who goes over there and scouts out the person?
Yes, scout.
Or
Or
you know.
it depends on who's the person attracted to the most.
Okay.
You know, I mean, but then again, like when you
If y'all together and somebody hits on the other person, what do y'all do?
I mean, when we get on, like, say for instance, recently we was both on Jack. Same person hit him up, same person hit me up.
That greedy
We
bitch.
both just working.
Y'all working y'all angles, but they don't know.
Exactly.
Y'all ain't shit.
Like we're beside each other.
Right.
Oh, the distance thing. I forgot about that. Yeah.
But yeah, and we just like he just hit me up. Do you wanna? Yeah, nah.
Is there any time where both of y'all are just like not in the mood? Like, I don't feel like it tonight.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So then does it
It's
become a
like that a
one-on-one?
lot.
It's like that.
I was like, as I think about it, really, to be honest, we don't really
Yeah.
do a lot outside of
Yeah, we don't.
That's good.
And it's so
And
crazy.
I
Maybe
think
because
that-
the option is there.
I think there's a misconception
You know
too.
what?
They think that like
Exactly.
people that are in like open, like y'all, all y'all do is fuck like rabbits,
Exactly.
and that's not the case. And
Yeah.
here y'all are with
Yeah.
bunny slippers on and watching
Yeah.
TV.
Right, in the
We're
bed.
always together in the bed,
Yeah.
like
Paying
we
people.
probably- We do more with each other
Of course you
than
do.
outside.
Right.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
We can probably count on one hand the amount of times like we have sessions where it was like, you know,
right.
with us.
Have y'all, have y'all run into like that crazy person?
Not
No.
yet.
Knock on wood. Shit, we ain't got
we
wood.
do.
This fancy ass fucking house
Ain't nothing in here wood. Oh, the plug.
Hit the floor. But yeah,
I'm glad.
I mean,
okay,
guys,
that's good.
Yeah, I'm glad we haven't run into it.
Right, and I know what to do with them if we do.
Do y'all vet the person prior to? Do y'all give like a will and Jada? Do I have to sign an NDA when I come over here?
No.
Y'all should get one.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
you should.
I actually been thinking about that too because, like, no, because the person that we had over last night had a one-on-one with them. They like to record,
Oh no.
so I was like, but you know what I mean.
So then
you
you
know,
gotta-
I'm down for whatever. Send me those too.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh-uh.
so therefore, if you do
Oh,
release
oh,
them, it don't,
without
it
your-
don't, it
All
don't
your
matter.
all
But-
devices will be put into
Yeah,
this
so
bag.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, last night it was like I was like, no.
Okay.
Y'all need an
They,
NDA.
I realize they do that a lot in the DMV, secretly record it, but the dummies don't know that. Like when you record somebody without their consent, you're going behind bars.
Let me tell you.
They don't understand.
I am king. Call police. If you do me wrong.
Reese is a white woman.
It's what that part. If I ever come across me on a screen that I did not authorize and I don't authorize any,
It's a running.
Y'all might as well.
oh
Y'all might as well
baby.
protect yourselves.
Maybe,
I say, look at Ray J and Kim, who came out on top.
okay. I just that's
Yeah, protect yourself.
protect.
All phones going to this bag right here. Thank you.
Before anything happens.
But I'm that. I would y'all. So do y'all question them before they come?
What is the
conversation.
So is it a like you said you had a situation where you were talking to someone, you guys were on the same site, both talking to the same individual. At what point is it like boom, it's two of us?
I mean, we both end up telling them,
Yeah, we both kind of.
and then they be like, "Who is it?" And then they be like, "Oh,
I said, look beside me.
right." And then
Okay.
they was like, "Oh, well, yeah, I was already."
Right. Okay.
Like we know, girl. What's up?
We already know because, like.
Well, y'all know, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I just think that because I had a scenario where it was a situation. I not linked up because that sounds so bad. We hung out and then we hung out again.
Linked up,
And then they
linked
wanted to
again.
tell me that they were in a relationship after the fact. Like,
Was that
So-
was that call you gave me?
yes,
had to talk my friend
very
about that
upset, very bothered.
He
so, so when you guys speak to that, like, okay, so it's a one-on-one situation. I get it. I don't know. Part of me understands that. Okay, this is just what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think okay, and maybe that's the part because to me it wasn't. This is what it is. This isn't a just link up type of situation. Right. We hung out. We had conversation. We were engaged
that's
much
different.
deeper
Yeah.
than.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
me, like when it comes to like one-on-ones, we're not.
You know exactly what
we're
it
not
is
hanging
off top.
out, right?
Okay.
Like because it crosses lines.
See, that's your
Yeah.
fucking problem. You
You're
need to
right.
stop getting
And
to
even
know these
when we're
niggas.
doing one-on-one, like, I mean, I adhere to the rules, so, you know. Like, we're not hanging out. You're just a toy. Well, I would say you're just a toy.
No, they're just a toy.
You're just a toy.
I mean, and how say it is, and you don't owe them any respect as far as the ins and outs of your relationship. It is what it is. Like, because if I was single, you wouldn't ask him all these questions. Like, you wouldn't give a fuck. So it shouldn't matter now. Like,
It wouldn't even go this far.
It wouldn't go this far.
It would have been the hookup, and that was it. And then it would
Exactly.
have been ghost. So
period.
That's not true.
But I've had a one-on-one where I told Bay, I was like, oh, you need to try this, or, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
So like you guys are a referral service for each other. So here, wait. Ooh. So wait, you get a one-on-one that was really, really good. And then you say, Jay, this was really, really good. So that's the green light for Jay to go in for a one-on-one too? Or is it, I'm bringing this to a straightway?
How does the referral system work? Do you refer the person to Jay or do you refer Jay to the person?
I'm clear that it's Jay to the person.
Of course.
Yeah. Because, I feel like,
depending on the person.
to me, if I'm the person, bitch, don't be passing me around.
Why not?
Because I'm just not that type of bitch.
You are that type of bitch.
Like,
Not
exactly.
really.
Because it was a one-on-one first.
Right.
Then I was
got
like,
referred.
But I'm saying, so if you're not doing it a treyway, then
so Jay's supposed to go in there all, hey, what's up? Like he don't know shit.
yeah.
And then here you go.
If I find a situation, I refer to. I'm learning. If I find me a situation that is open, I don't want the other person to know that I was referred. Unless we're bringing it all together.
It's the norm right now.
It is.
You got friends referring friends, couples
Well,
referring
friend, you
couples.
ain't referring me to shit. Nobody, none of my friends.
I say a couple of friends have referred me like.
You need to take that
Like,
out
you
in
need
here
to-
and let it down, then I give you my Rolodex.
Shit.
I'm gonna take the pin out.
Thank you. He
So
does.
one more question that I have, I think, and I don't know if you guys answered it or not, but we're open right now. Is it a situation where at some point you feel like both of you feel like this is going to be behind us and we're going to move forward just us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, I can see it.
I think
here
that
for
I
it.
love what I can admire and appreciate is the fact that you guys have this really open communication.
Yeah.
I think that is amazing. I think that that's what's lacking in a lot of relationships,
Right.
regardless if there's other people in and out or whatever. I've known people that are in relationships and are monogamous and are not having conversations and communication about what isn't working or what is working or whatever, and it's turmoil within their relationship.
But
So
absolutely.
they're not having it with their partner, but they're having it with you.
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
A lot of relationships are open relationships that just don't know about it.
It's right. One person doesn't know
that-
true.
that's another
It's
show.
open to one person, not to the other.
That's a whole nother show. It's okay, friend. It's okay, friend.
I mean, because I even had some people call me and it was like, oh, like, just out of the blue, like, are y'all in an open relationship? At first, I didn't want to tell them, but then again, I was like, it's nothing for me to hide either.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm torn in between.
If you fuck, oh, it's cool. Like, I'm aware.
Exactly, because in the past, I know my place.
Right.
Like, I'm a strong-minded person. So, and then that's what I also told them too, because it was like, oh, well, I don't know if I could do that. Well, it's not for you. It's not your relationship either. It's
Come on
my
now.
relationship. So therefore, and you have to be a strong-minded person. Me and you are two different people. So we're not.
But are you open to the conversation? Because I think me and we talk. So when we had the conversation, I think that, and this is my personal opinion, I think that O was probably like a little more like because of the our friendship was
nobody
founded
want to tell you
upon
nothing.
right.
Nobody want to tell you nothing.
I don't know why.
Because I'm really open to him. Like,
We talk about everything.
Yeah, we do.
I feel like we do.
But it's
yeah.
like you don't come to me and ask or have a conversation, then I'm just gonna be like, okay, well,
Because I mean, and I respect it because you're doing your thing. Like, I mean, it's your life. It doesn't have anything to do with me. But at the same time, I think, like I said, this has completely opened my eyes, and it's given me a different perspective to engage from, like when I am dating and what I am potentially open to. I mean, I don't know that I am completely sold, but I respect and appreciate, like I said, with you guys, I respect the, like I said, openness, the ability to communicate. And that's one big thing I'm all about is communication.
I feel like when it comes to the open relationship, there are different types.
Yeah,
You need to find out
absolutely.
the one that works for
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, there
And
are.
the person.
I think the rules are what help define as far as the different types,
Right.
because they're
What works
open, like
for
where like it's an open, but they let the other person has as much sex and they want to watch and everything like that. Like that's what turned them on. Type of
Me too.
type of situation.
I shouldn't even gotta be
I was
alone.
like,
Nah, I don't want it.
I was like, oh shit, this like, and it really like just like, oh shit, I want to do this again. Like, I want to do this really again, like soon. So I was like, why not? Like,
Right, okay.
And to like to go back what Jay was saying, like to the naysayers like, oh, that's not for me. Well, it's not for you. You're not in this. Like, just like to be open and say, yes, I am in a open relationship, and like that this is us. This is who I am. Like what purpose would it serve someone else? Like, why does it even matter? Like, what relationship I'm in? And it's kind of
because people are nosy. But I think it goes back to like
you can't be nosy and then get mad at the answer. Like, you asked the question, I gave you the answer. Now what?
But
like,
I think that people feel like something that's foreign or not the norm, I guess, is open for debate with someone else.
But
and I feel like for me, I look at it and goes like I've heard, and I think we kind of talked about it. Like people will say, well, if you're in an open relationship, you know, there's got to be something lacking in your like. There's something lacking that makes you want to go out.
It's something lacking
but
in
I
monogamous
think what I've
ones.
learned is that there's a sense of excitement with. Like I said, new sex. New sex is exciting to me.
Right.
So that that doesn't mean that something's lacking. I mean, okay, so one could argue that there is something lacking because you enjoy new sex. Like me, I enjoy new sex. So if I got into a relationship, I would get bored with old sex. Not necessarily, but that doesn't mean that it has to be open because I enjoy new sex. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it could be part of why it would be open. But again, the communication.
But that's
with that
just
partner.
a small part. It's within itself. Like, nigga, we're gonna try some new things in this motherfucker. Like,
I'm for it.
Like it's different things, and then you start to fall in love. Like for like a monogamous relationship, you start to fall in love with other aspects of that person itself outside of just the sex.
Physical,
yeah.
If there's not more than physical, then that's a problem.
Yeah, it's crazy though because like I mean and. Part of the thing that helped me to this decision too is like just being out there and seeing like married people that are out there.
We talked about that,
like in sex parties.
We talked about
all over the pod. I'm like, wait,
all the straight counterparts, that's all they have, and we never know. It's a whole underground.
They're alone.
Huh?
The other part.
They be these parties.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like
together.
Yeah, I'm like. Damn, if I do,
okay.
damn if I don't.
But I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying?
like you said, open relationship just one-sided.
Yeah, the other person just does not know.
Yeah.
But yeah, even though like we're in an open relationship, it's not. I tell him to because he was like, "Oh, you just want to have your cake and eat it." I'm like, not really.
Can we say
Because
something?
clearly y'all not doing that much.
Can I say something about that though? That quote.
Yeah.
Have your cake and eat it too.
That is the whole point. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. If I want cake, yes, bitch, I want to eat it.
Because we know you like.
I like a sweet. So I don't understand. Have your cake and eat it too. Yes. So that's I don't know who wrote it. Why
Ain't that what you're supposed to do?
Right. Ain't that what you're supposed to do? It makes think about it. Think about it, Ramont. If you have cake,
No, I am thinking about. I'm just trying to think of.
but
what
Ramont's
angle,
not a sweets person.
No, I'm just trying to think of what angle I'm gonna come at to challenge you on it.
Okay.
So go ahead.
You go ahead.
No,
but it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because yes, if I have cake, yes, for me, I love a cupcake.
Yeah.
I love a sweet.
Yeah.
If you listen, listeners, if y'all want to take Reese
know.
out, I'm getting a drink. I'm getting an appetizer. I'm getting an entree, and I'm definitely getting a dessert. And no, you are not going to be the dessert. You could potentially be the additional dessert, but no, I want a dessert. I want a cake. I want a cupcake. I want a pie. I want something. I need all of that. So, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. I never understood that whole quote.
I think it's a little bit more to it, and I don't feel like going deep into it because I don't know. Like, is it the whole cake, and you just don't want to?
Friend, stop! You're doing too much.
Like, that's what I'm saying. And it's a little bit. I'm sure it's a little bit more deeper than that. And you know what? I'm going to challenge you on it. I'm going to find out my reason. I'm going to look into this, and we're going to come back. We're definitely going to. We are going to have this conversation. It's going to be a whole topic.
Okay. Your cake.
Look at the cliche.
Right. Because I love a quote, but that's one that I'm just like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Like yes, if I have cake, I want to eat it. So,
but maybe it's the whole cake.
Maybe
I don't need the whole cake, but I need a slice
You're not
of
supposed to
it.
eat the whole cake.
Why not? Because what if it's a cupcake?
Come
on, friend.
The cliche didn't say you have your cupcake and you want to eat it too. No.
You know what?
They say you want.
I don't want to fight because you're a fighter and so am I. No, I'm just playing. This has been a very eye-opening conversation.
It has.
I want to say thank you both.
I appreciate
for just being as open and allowing us into your space, into your, in a sense, relationship. Definitely appreciate that. And I think that for me, my eyes are a little bit open. I think that moving forward, it's potentially an option. So, being
Come
single.
on, friend.
Yeah, I can see, because I see both sides. So I definitely think that it's a possibility. So I thank you for being very open and receptive to potential criticism. I don't know if it felt like criticism, but
No,
I know for me, I was like,
As I said, we're living our lives. So whatever anybody wants to think or say, it's
Yeah, we know y'all. Like we aren't the ones that are like, oh no, that doesn't work for us. Y'all can't come around here. I don't want you around my man. I mean, Reese want referrals.
hello, shit.
When we do couples things and not include Reese, we'll include you guys.
Oh, I mean, you know what? I'm okay with
Which
that.
it breaks our heart. It breaks our heart. It breaks our heart
But
because
it's a
recently I told Reese, I said I want to go for sushi, and I said, but
My friend asked me, "Do I like sushi?" First of all, friend, I eat almost.
so
damn
I
near
said, I said I want to go out for sushi, and I said all the places, the reservations for a group is 6 people. You're the
I'm number 7.
He's number 7. I was like, so like I'm torn. Like, is it just us guys? Like, can it be a couple? Like, it's
And what
so
did
hard.
I say?
He said it can be just y'all, but a bitch like to eat, so I would like to go.
I respect it. Like one thing, and we're gonna close this out
But
because
let's take it back to where we don't know what Reese's favorite dishes are. I mean, his friend.
Oh, your friend still hurt. Oh, it still hurt. Oh, it still hurt, girl. We gotta play a whole new game. We gotta play
January.
We gotta play a whole new game where he know all the answers and he wins.
So we're gonna give you the background story real quick. My birthday was in January. We played a game. It was on the
Cahoots. It was all
Ramont,
about Reese.
Ramont put the game together. It was questions all about me, and there was a few questions that my friends did not know.
First of all,
they did not know my favorite food. They did not know my shoe size.
And let me say this, the party was more so mad at me because I was the host of the party. Like, I put these questions together and I made up all the answers. Then they were at the person that it was actually about who sent me all the answers. I got cussed out at a party that had nothing. I didn't do this.
We don't know our friends.
That's your fault.
Wow.
So, yeah. But,
That's
again, this was a great conversation.
It was.
Again,
thank you,
much
guys.
love and appreciation to the both of you. Maybe we'll have another topic and you guys can come back.
Thanks for having us.
And, yeah.
We're signing out.
We're signing out.
All right, guys.
Deuces. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Reese. I just wanted to thank you guys for listening to another episode of A Lil R&R. Please go out to IG and follow us at ALilRandRPodcast. That is ALilRandRPodcast. And if you have any questions, thoughts, suggestions, or opinions about any of our episodes, please reach out to us at RamontandReese@gmail.com. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon.